I've been looking forward to my first day of vacation all week.
How's it been?
Not bad. I slept in until 8 o'clock this morning.
I told that devil to take you back.
Hello.
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 Hi, hi.
Butts.
Thank you. I like that the OBS just always automates the message. You just hear butts.
I don't know why I was thinking game was an hour later than normal.
Why you were thinking that? Clearly,
I wish that could be our themes.
butts.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna grab a bottle of water.
Thanks. Keep paying us money so that we have an intro of it just going butts.
Yeah, I don't have that much money on me.
It is our theme song now. The only way to descend in Avernus through bots.
Are we sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, has anything you've tried to get to hell with worked? Then
I haven't tried anything to get to hell. I don't want to go there early.
Why don't you leave it to the experts then?
Okay.
I'm back. What now?
Going to hell.
In my experience,
butts,
it's black metal and sacrifices.
and butts.
What?
Well, they're usually involved.
There you go. See? Alright, well, I think we've got everybody who's showing up today here, present, more or less in elf.
More or less.
More or less. Other than that, how's everybody doing?
I'm good.
Good. I'm on vacation, so it's going great.
That's it. All you got.
2 weeks with no 5-year-olds. I'm ready to go.
Doing everybody else's do. Right. Who wants to
Doing
do
alright.
Who wants to do our recap from last week? Gotta get this energy level up.
Sorry, actually very tired.
Last time. Oh,
Last time, thud.
It went something like this. Click, click, bang, crash, whump, whump. Am I close? I mean, that's sort of what happened.
Last time, the gang suffered another loss, killed a bearded devil, confronted the matron Van Thamper, killed her cultists, some demons, and came out relatively alive with 4 new friends.
Several new friends. Well, sure. Anyway.
And Val's pet.
Yeah, there's also. Well, hey, I think that's good enough to bring us back in to where we are now.
So, if I'm not mistaken, that combat last round was 5 rounds.
Sure.
Which means I have 30 seconds of wings left.
You're gonna spend
So
30 seconds flying around this room?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly up in front of the statue, and can you, do I... You said before it had glowing eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize the figure?
Oh. You should act. I think something like religion.
Oh my god.
Why does it always do this to you? No, unfortunately you're not very well versed in the iconography of this statue. Let me pull the room note. So, just to recap what this room looks like. 2 rows of tall, wrought iron candlesticks light this vaulted chamber, each one bearing 9 flickering candles. A 7-foot-tall statue of an angel with white glowing eyes and a long sword stands atop a dais to the south. A 6-foot-tall... Oh, well, he's dead. He's not there anymore. Oldest dead. 9 tapestries depicting the layers of hell adorn the walls.
Does anyone recognize what this figure is?
I'll give it an untrained whirl, I suppose. With my sick -1.
Well, you've been down here for a while, so you probably heard stuff.
The
I'm gonna make-
solitude of my cell.
I'm gonna make the
didn't
roll,
reveal.
but would my patron give me any sort of bonuses for this?
Well, it's been my understanding that Warlock patrons generally don't do anything, and with a 6, I can confirm that no, you don't really know much. Sidarin, you are, as you said, not really trained in it, so any knowledge you might have kind of points towards the obvious. That's a celestial being. Weird that it's a statue of a celestial being in this room with all of this hell iconography.
That there is a celestial being, Sindarin says, pointing with his astral hand.
I know what a celestial... Woof! And I fall. And I stand up. I know what a celestial being is. Bring Thirstwell in here.
Well, while that's going on, I will have aggressively pushed him up against the wall and kissed his neck and told him, I saw what you tried to do. We'll pay our respects to Mommy in a minute. Then I'll drag him over.
Oh, alright. Dragged along. Pushed into.
Thirstwell, who is this?
That appears to be an angelic figure, of course.
Who, though? Why is it here?
It would. The cult was worshipping them. Very strange.
Who is it?
Well, did you know Angel Blood?
I should.
Why don't you stop being coy and give the lady the information she's asking for.
Why don't you stop being horny? Because you have horns.
Should have known I'd be wasting my time. I'm gonna face the statue and I'm going to close my eyes for a moment, and I would like to want to try to listen for my angel's voice. I'm just kind of like reaching in the dark right now. Hello?
You all hear her. Hello?
Hello?
Alright, well, while you try and figure this out, Thirstwell, why don't we go say goodbye to Mommy? I'm gonna go check out the Lambra's dead body.
Okay. As you kind of come in here, come back into this room, you see that Ballister is busying himself going through her pockets in a dignified manner, and he's kind of grumbling under it. Bloody hells, where is the damn thing? I need to find it. Looks up and he says, "Oh, hello again, my friend."
I cock an eyebrow at him. What are you looking for?
Puzzle box that I had mentioned. I was led to believe that the Van Thampers had it. I assumed the matriarch would get close to her position.
You have 2 ears, right?
Correct.
My friend Lily told you she had it.
She did not procure it.
Then shouldn't you be checking her body? If you cannot find it on this woman?
Seems quite forward. I'm not the sort of man to run a dagger into her back to try and recover it. I just assumed that it was all adventurers' bluster. Do such a thing.
She's a nice girl. I'm sure if you ask, she'll give it to you. A dagger is not necessary.
We already had that conversation. It seemed like you will actually know what I'm talking about. Never presented.
I'm gonna ignore him. I'm gonna just search her body for anything.
Yeah, and it's very clear that he's pulled stuff off of her and has just kind of set it aside with very little interest in what she actually had on her body.
What did she have on her body?
Yes. So piled away on the Duke Alhambra Van Thamper's corpse, there is not much because they didn't list treasure. Hey, check that out. I wish they give loot. There are 2 sets of keys set down here. One of them looks like just a regular iron wrought key, and the other is made of a darker metal, and it's not the head of the key, but the backside of it is shaped into a heart.
Okay, I will tuck those away. Does she have anything else?
There's
a signet ring or
I would
anything?
imagine there's a signet ring. There's probably a coin pouch with I'll say like 20 gold in it because they didn't actual rewards for killing her in this game, which is kind of a shame. But there's like 20 gold, yeah.
I will pocket all of that.
Hmm.
I want to check out the thing that she was kneeling in front of.
Okay, so this right here. So that description for this room again, since it's been a week. This room is lit by a pair of iron wrought candlesticks in north, east, and southeast corners. 9 candles burn atop each one, casting flickering light across a claw-footed altar carved from a single block of obsidian, and which has a small, angel-shaped flame erupting from its top. So you see a black altar, and it seems to have tiny runes carved into it in a ring.
Do I recognize the runes or the figures?
What languages do you speak?
Elvish and Common.
You do not recognize them. But it's carved into a ring around a 9-inch tall angel-shaped flame, and it's coming from the top of it.
Pat, can you read this?
And here. I think the answer yes, but I check.
You're looking for someone to read something?
There are runes on this altar she was kneeling before.
He kind of looks at it and he says, "Oh yes, I can read those." Quite curious. He kind of like pokes his head in.
Are they infernal or celestial?
They are infernal.
Then I can read.
Okay.
Thirstwell, what does it say?
Kind of shakes his head. He says, "It doesn't say anything. It's a magical sigil. It's producing the iconography you see above you of the angelic figure there."
So
Bryn, does it actually say something?
I don't know, Morph. Does it?
Do I need to give you a check to read?
No. No, you don't. Not sure why you directly asked me, Bryn. No. When you read it more, if you see that they are in fact arcane sigils.
He seems to be forthcoming. They're just arcane sigils. Do they indicate anything about the displayed image, or?
Nope. It seems like they are just magic. Magic.
Nat 1-ing,
How do?
yay. Magic how do? I don't know. I got a sugar daddy.
There.
While they're all doing that, I'd like to look at the tapestries.
Okay.
What are they showing?
The 9 layers of hell.
Do I recognize those?
Roll a religion check. Yes. You are able to note that each one depicts its own layer of hell.
And would I know the kinds of devils that reside there?
All manner of devils that reside in each of the 9 layers.
Okay, let's start with the first layer.
Okay, make me another religion check. Okay. Let me go crack open more books so that I can find this bestiary for you. 1 Second. Oh, here we go. This will be a fun bit of information for you, given your... Avernus, you know, was once run and ruled by the archfiend Tiamat. You know that it's currently under new maintenance. Also kind of serves as the foyer to the other layers of hell.
Would I know what said new management is?
Another religion check. Last you heard, there was an individual by the name of Bell, but you'd think that information might be outdated. Anything else?
No, and I feel like I'd be annoying people if I started asking questions about.
As people are starting to leave the room of Thirstwall and I'm gonna ask him if he knew what that statue was.
Like I said, I didn't come down here very much. I know that they started worshipping devils, so it's a bit strange that there's an angel down here. Quite make much sense. I suppose if Mother were alive, you could have asked her.
My friends seem to want her dead.
Well, you all didn't make much effort in the contrary.
You'll come to find out that I'm more of a killer than a let them live.
So I've seen. It's about this time that Ballister approaches Lily and says, "My friend, I think it is time that you and I do have a more lengthy discussion about this puzzle.
What about it?
I was told you have it in your possession, yet you did not produce it or show last time we discussed its whereabouts."
I'm kind of like staring at the tapestry of the first layer, and then I kind of glance over.
I mentioned that I was on a mission for my mistress to recover the artifact. If you have it on you, I implore you to hand it over.
That thing is...
You don't know what that thing is.
I know it came from hell.
Yes. And?
Then, since that is the case, it's my duty to keep it safe from anything evil.
Yes.
And
exactly.
I'll reach...
My mistress works for Candlekeep. She is a researcher and a scholar who is versed in the dark machinations of hell. Would be in her safekeeping.
If that's the case, then I will go with you and deliver it along with you. But right now, we're in a very dangerous place, and I will reach to my side in the pack and just kind of like lift the puzzle box out and show him.
You don't have it.
Yeah, I do.
I have it.
Since
She was the one who pulled it out from under the bed.
oh,
Yeah, she was lying.
So Lily's just frantically patting her side, going, "I had it just a moment ago!"
And Val is enjoying the entertainment.
Rin, humor me. Can I identify which of these tapestries depicts Phlegethos?
Certainly. Roll a perception check. A religion. No,
Lily
I don't
is
need the
right, though.
perception check, just the religion. We'll use the same die roll, 15. What's your bonus?
Same.
Okay.
It'd just be a 16.
Phlegethos.
Yes.
Oh, that is not what I wanted. Phlegethos would be the 4th layer of hell. So it would be this one.
Cool. Solus is gonna go over and take it down.
Okay.
Roll it up, put it in his bag.
Not odd. Anybody?
I mean, if they think it's odd, they can comment on it.
Not odd to anybody that he just pulled down a specific tapestry and is rolling up this giant 9-foot tapestry to stuff into a backpack.
No, it makes sense.
No, yeah. I mean, the space alone.
Probably be valid.
Does anyone care about that?
Well, it's not odd that he's putting
No? Alright.
9-foot tall
Would
tapestry.
Lily comment on it? That's the question.
No, I don't care.
Nor does Val.
Alright. How do you get this 9-foot tall tapestry into your bag, more?
He's gonna roll it up.
Okay. So there's this long tapestry sticking out one end of his backpack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not being discreet about it.
No, not at all. Alright.
Alright, apparently none of what I said was true, so I wouldn't have said it.
Okay, so what do you say when he has this conversation about wanting to have the puzzle box because it's his mission to bring it back?
Who's carrying the puzzle box right now?
I was told
Oh.
you were.
And she's keeping it safe.
At this point, Rhea chimes in. She's like, "What? I saw you grab it."
And I don't plan on handing it over anytime soon.
I honestly have no idea what's going on.
Alistair kind of raises an eyebrow and he says, "Is there any reason you are planning to hold on to it?"
I don't know you.
No, you don't.
If it's your mistress who wants it, we can escort you and it to Candlekeep. But I'm not going to hand it over to just anyone that we break out of a prison.
Do you have a way of getting to Candlekeep?
First things first, we need to clear this dungeon.
This
We
is
need
not
to
a-
find... Oh, what's his name?
We need to find Fabius Krieg, Rhea chimes in
That
and
name.
stomps her foot. She kind of like looks to Lily and I'm with Val. We probably shouldn't trust this man. He was in a prison cell.
In
To
the
be
prison
fair,
cell,
he's met a lot of us in the prison
Everyone,
cell.
no.
Yes, and I saw you just stuff a giant tapestry into your backpack. It's sticking out right now.
And?
I
Nobody
kept
thinks
you
that that's
alive.
odd.
Hobby?
Religious
No.
Okay,
items
fine,
are
I'll
not
ask.
be important
What's with the
for-
tapestry? There.
Little memento of home.
Rhea just,
Okay.
Rhea just kind of sighs.
Now we all know.
If you guys are okay with that, that's fine. But I'm gonna go find Fabius Krieg, and she's stomping off.
Do not separate. God damn it.
I'll listen
Why?
to her.
Ursula just
Stop.
kind of grins and is like, "Oh my, it seems there's trouble in paradise."
Where'd she go?
Fun to watch, isn't
I'm
it?
gonna run up and grab her arm. Do you remember what happened to the last two of my friends?
This is ridiculous.
Stop running off!
You people are playing games with each other while we're trying to do serious work.
And I'm really frustrated with it. I haven't forgotten where we are. I'm trying to keep everyone straight, but apparently I really suck at that. Now, does anyone else have anything to say?
I say we should find who we came down here to find. Who is obviously not with the vampire beast.
Rhea points to Val again. See? Even if she's being ridiculous at times, I have to still agree with her. That's why we're here. Doesn't matter what this man wants. It doesn't matter that your new other prison friend is stealing particular pieces of hell that he said was home. You don't... Nobody finds that odd?
Don't be insensitive to his...
I mean, I'm from the Shadowfell.
Everyone, shut up! Listen, I don't care about your differences right now. We're in a really fucking dangerous place. If everyone wants to keep arguing, then we're all going to die. We'll figure shit out later when we're out of here and safe. Val, you have the puzzle box. You keep it safe. Don't lose it.
Oh, trust me, I won't lose it.
Fallister, I will go with you to deliver that once we have this place clear.
I have your word on that.
My word.
I would feel
As
better
a follower
if you
of
were...
Bahamut.
I would feel better if you were holding the puzzle box then.
Val,
Not
would you
gonna
mind?
happen.
Why not?
I can keep it just as safe as you can.
You have proven not to be very honest.
What do you expect from something that looks like this?
Enough of this pointless bickering and standing around. We're in a dangerous environment. We must be on our way.
I agree with
I
the
just kinda-
shitless man.
I just kind of like gesture to him.
Will Smith gesture. Yes.
Basically that, yeah. I will
Ren.
inquire about your strange capabilities and whatever your home is
Oh,
later.
thank you, Max. I don't... it's not set up.
After you, Lily.
I'm trusting you, Val. We lost 2 friends to this already. I'm gonna draw my sword again.
Alrighty. And so I take it we're done looking in those 2 rooms then?
I couldn't recognize anything unless anyone else can.
We did miss a door.
We did miss a door.
Nobody really looked around.
And
Inquiries on the
those
tapestries. A couple of them.
They could be
I'll go
convenient
back
hiding
and
places for
take a
secret doors.
look. I'll go back and I'll take a look around the room that I really didn't take a look.
So when you go back and you take a look around, just with a cursory glance, you notice that this tapestry seems a little off-center.
I'm gonna check it for traps. Obviously with Thirstwell in tow.
Well, he's already halfway down the sewers because nobody was watching him.
I have a hold of his rope. He's attached. I would have noticed.
Would you have? He's still... Yeah, so check it for traps.
So I'm just standing at the intersection keeping an eye on everybody.
We're confident
Alice.
there's nothing dangerous. also notice a secret.
Lily, there's a door in here. We'll go through the door.
Well, let's continue our search.
Right behind the one I was fucking looking at too.
You see a long tunnel continues onward, and what do you description out to give? Hidden behind a secret door, this tunnel has a wooden ladder at its north end. The ladder seems to climb up a 15-foot shaft to a trap door that opens somewhere else. That's the ladder down there.
No,
Escape route, maybe?
it kind of looks that way.
Well,
I'm gonna go up the ladder and poke my head out as stealthily as I possibly.
Stealthily. Oh, that is stealthy.
Back to those bad stealth rolls.
Oh, okay. When you poke your head up through there, you see that it is it opens to the stable house. You have to move aside a 3-foot square flagstone to open this trapdoor.
Is there anything in the stables that I didn't see before when I had looked into the stables through the window? Okay, then I'll come back down and I'll let them know that it was just an escape route up to the stables.
alright.
Convenient placement. You'll have to keep track.
I think we'll.
There's another door, you said?
There is a door to the north.
Over here.
Yeah,
Just
very, very obvious.
I'm gonna poke my head out of it.
Well, let's get back to looking for Tavius. As while we're in here, do I recognize what that is a shrine to?
You can make another religion check. Hey, there you go.
So I can see that there's a curve to the south.
Yes, you can see that it opens up into another sewer passageway. You can clearly see that there are rows of doors, passageway this way, and I think your dark vision cuts off that way. And you can see where it starts to curve, but there are several doors in both directions.
Okay, then with Thirstwell, I will go back to Lily and I will let her know that if we go in the direction Rhea started heading, we'll meet up with the other side of this road.
Alright. Everyone.
Did you just
yeah.
stop checking the thing?
No. I'm
Continue.
still waiting on it.
So, you are able to recognize that this is a celestial being. You kind of get the feeling that it is a... trying to see if there's something helpful I can give you. Game, why are you not helpful?
It doesn't say what the statue's about?
Oh, it does, but it's not in particular to what you're asking me. Trying to find the correct answer for what you... There we go. That'll work. But of course it's tiny. Why are you tiny?
Just to piss you off.
There we go. But you would recognize this as an angel, not just a celestial, but a literal angel. One that, you know, is a warrior general type of angel meant to protect Celestia and all goodness of the realms. But the picture itself looks, or the image, is made of fire. So, you know, take the artistic licensing as it is with this. Kind of like that. Very feminine looking figure, set of double wings, holding a sword, looks very resplendent and terrible in its righteous wrath, and it's on fire.
Is this the same depiction of as the statue?
That is a great question. Make me a wisdom roll, just a flat wisdom.
With my -1?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it looks familiar. And in fact, the statue probably looks a little more like that, but, you know, stylized and not on fire.
And 22 doesn't give me much more than that.
Nope. You're not on a first name basis with celestial beings inside your own.
I was gonna say, I kinda am.
Only your own.
Alright.
Anything else?
Alright. Everyone gather. We've got 2 directions to go. Which way do you want to go?
I think we should follow the young one.
Me?
I meant Rhea.
Oh. Alright. How much resources does everyone have left? How much magic?
No magic.
I've got about half.
You measure your magic.
Right now I have 2 spell slots, so I got about half.
He has half his reservoir.
The same way you measure a year?
Freckle passed a hair. Got it.
Alright. I'm tapped. Just so you're aware.
I have my feathers. That's all I've ever had.
Okay.
Alright.
I am gonna stick close to Lily with Thirstwell in tow. Do I see any signs of like monsters or anything stirring about?
That's a good point. I'm gonna...
Alrighty, so you two take point, and what you end up seeing is that the sewer halls are pretty quiet. But you do see where it opens up into a fork.
What way are you thinking, Lily?
Well, when you peek
I
around the
don't
corner,
like-
Lily, you see that there is a door immediately to the south.
I don't like how quiet it is. I'm gonna turn down here and just keep an eye out for anyone approaching.
I'm gonna check the door for traps and if it's locked.
Should there be a party going on in the sewer?
You are confident there are no traps.
Let me
Is it
ask you
locked?
some.
Hold on, one person at a time, please don't talk over each other. Is it? It is locked. Did
Let
you
me
hear that?
ask you.
Ow.
I was gonna let Lily say what she was gonna say.
Okay, well, I answered your question, so.
Let me ask you something. Salas, was it? Do you think a
Correct.
wolf announces itself when it hunts?
Oh, of course not.
But they howl.
They howl to give their positions to other wolves.
Thus announcing the hunting ritual.
Rhea kind of nods, and even Ballister is like, yeah, that is what they...
Oh my god! Okay,
Look, the
Tiger
important
then.
part is I got what you were trying to go for.
Tigers also tend to growl and roar.
I've been on a
Gonna-
hunt where
gonna
we
just
does
can-
everyone out of character? Does everyone have to like nitpick every little thing?
I mean, they're responding to the analogy you're making, so what do you want them to do? Just nod and be like, oh yeah, of course.
So this
Right,
is just gonna
okay.
lightly backhand Sindarin's shoulder.
But yes, we've got to.
So
We should be quiet.
hold on, I have to close my computer room door. I'm going to use the keys that I took off of Lady Van Thamper, and I'm going to use those to try to unlock the door.
When do you try?
Let's try the fancy dark metal one with the heart.
Excellent. You don't explode when you open the door. Alright, so here's what happens when you open the door. And get on the floor, and everyone walks the dinosaur. This room contains 4 wooden tables with 2 small wooden coffers atop each one. Hanging on the wall, opposite the door, is a beautiful golden shield. Standing in front of the shield is an old man in plain garments, carrying a lit candlestick. As he turns to face the door, you see that his shadow on the far wall doesn't match his form, but appears to be the shadow of a pudgy, horned fiend with small wings. Oh,
Slip in immediately.
I am going to immediately
I-
pull out my bow.
I wasn't expecting guests. And Rhea immediately bursts past the group of you and rushes
I'm
up.
gonna hold out an arm.
She ducks under your arm, lands on one knee in front of him, sword in hand, like in a presenting sort of way, and she says, "My lord Fabius Krieg, I have come to rescue you." "Oh, child, please. No need for the theatrics." He kind of smiles and looks over. "You certainly did gather quite the army just for me."
Rin,
Looks to
can I
each of you.
Arcana check the shape of the shadow to see if it's familiar?
Certainly. It's not human.
16.
What's with your shadow?
He kind of looks over his shoulder and holds up the candle so that it's positioned so that the cast is on the wall. "Oh, yes, that. Curious thing, that. I had come from Elturel when the city fell, seeking aid, and, well, the Van Thambers, the Lambra and I had been exchanging correspondences. We were what I assumed was close. Thought I could trust in them to help me in this time of need and help my people. They turned traitorous and locked me in here."
What
He-
happened to your city?
"Oh, terrible, terrible thing. I've been trying to figure that out for some time now."
And how did you get away?
Insight check.
"You're asking so many questions, my dear. You should probably give me a chance to finish explaining one before asking me another, or none of this might make much sense." Ballister kind of slinks in behind the tiefling and is like, "All of this seems very doesn't it?" Hold on. Itty drop, what's this? Was the longest ad ever. I'm sorry that was a long ad. I don't control how Twitch does its bullshit now. Anyways, you asked how he got away. Was that the last question?
Yeah.
It says, a bit of luck and divine intervention, Torm be praised. And I was out meeting one of my councilmen, not far from the city. Their estate. See, not everyone lives in the city. We were having a lunch, and when the sky blackened and the fire erupted from around the city, we had rode back to see if we could help. You could hear it from miles. We had rode back to help, and Rhea kind of nods. She's like, "It's true. That did happen. I was out on training myself not far from the city. It's the only reason I didn't get pulled in as well."
Oh, all right. So that's all fine and good. But, my lord, there have been several people saying that you might have been involved with Elturel's disappearance.
He kind of snorts and he says, "Me? Do I look like the sort of man that would be capable of..."
Your shadow does.
Well, you never gave me the chance to finish explaining.
I rolled a 14 insight check on him. I don't believe anything he's saying.
Roll some dice. And Ha 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 ha. Okay. Yeah. So he seems, Val, he seems like a very harmless old man. And I don't have a good picture of him either. So 1 second. Let me see if I can find one. Because this picture is probably close, or this token is probably close, but it's not super detailed. But yeah, he just looks
looks like an old monk man.
Yeah, he looks like an old priest.
He looks like a pretty version of Uncle Fester.
Yeah, there you go. That's fair. But yeah, he just kind of looks like an old man. He's got the Picard ring of hair around a balded top. He's slightly portly. He looks aged. He's probably in his late 60s, going 70s. Kind of rotund in the belly, having lived a good noble's life since his adventuring days, or when he was the hero who saved El Terrell. But he seems harmless, and he seems very genuine in what he's telling you.
You said that I've heard that you're a powerful cleric, one that saved El Terrell from vampires, yes?
Yes, that is correct. I was blessed by Torm. It was my divine mission to save the city from the clutches of vampire overlords.
Then I ask you to put all doubt to rest. Cast a spell on one of us. Heroism. Channel your god for us, so that we know
Frowns.
for certain.
Alas, my lady, this is not a bedroom. This is a prison. I was locked in here. My holy symbol is lost to me. I haven't been able to restore my powers. Commune with Torm some time. Vanthampers are cruel in that way.
A holy symbol is only for spells that require material components. One of your ability can do much more, I'm sure.
Are an astute girl. Rhea kind of gives you a look like, why are you... Nonsense, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. I know that you're a great man. She gives you a stern look, and she says, he doesn't have to prove anything.
But Rhea, good people don't get locked away.
He's a prisoner.
I resent that.
He's a prisoner, not a convict.
And you should too.
And we were not the same?
The Vanthampers kidnapped him. There's a difference. I don't know where you came from.
Yes, the Vanthampers kidnapped us as well.
She knows the Vanthampers, yes. What?
I really must insist.
Yeah, and he holds up a hand. He says, now, Rhea, my dear, you don't need to have to come to my aid. I'm perfectly capable of defending myself in these matters. He nods and he says, very well. You want a parlor trick, then? A flashing of faith? It's a bit uncouth to invoke the will of the gods, but I'm more than happy to do so. Are you resisting the magic when he goes to cast it on you?
On me?
Yes, you asked him to put a magic spell on one of you.
Hey, can I get control of Thurswell's token so you don't have to keep moving him?
I'll do that, because it is kind of like, oh, I need to move him. Oh, I need to move him. Yeah, I'll do that for you. Do you resist him casting a spell on you?
Yeah, I don't trust this.
You asked him to put a spell, so are you having faith that he is going to cast the spell you want? Or would you rather him do it on Rhea? Like, this is your test. You're setting the parameters. I just need to know if I'm telling you a DC or not.
I will let him cast this.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm setting up this thirst wall. Yes, that's what it.
Secret dice roll.
Secret dice roll. Thirst well. There you are. All right. And be controlled by Dito.
Dito.
It's me, Dito. Alright, you should have.
You would think after so long I wouldn't get so mad when people would say it wrong, but I do.
Do you have control of it now? Or do I need to tweak it more?
Nope, I got it.
Yeah. Oh. You spell it.
What?
There we go. Nope. It's the NPC sheet. They have like his actual spell list, and then they have like a secondary one that doesn't have a bunch of the spells written out. I'm just double checking, make sure he's prepared, because you gotta still pray for this stuff. So yeah, he kind of walks over and he puts a hand on your puts hand on your forehead and kind of closes his eyes, and he says, "Mighty Torm, bless this young one, and have her have faith that what I am saying is true. Bless her with your strength, your shield, your righteousness, and you feel like you were blessed."
I need to insight check that.
No, you don't. Feel like you were blessed. He kind of looks to everyone and says, "Do I need to turn water into ale for anyone as well?"
I could use a drink.
That would be most appreciated.
It was rhetorical, sadly.
Now, don't make promises you can't keep.
Quite true.
I appreciated the gesture.
Oh, this is all being said with my bow still drawn.
And you see that he's gestured for Rhea to stand, and you know it specifically, Val, but he's kind of strategically placed himself so that there is a body between him and your trajectory.
Kind of how I've placed myself between me and my pet and everybody else.
Yep. Yeah, and it's not very much like I'm using you as a shield, but he's like, if an arrow does fly this way, there is something between me and it. Particularly two people in this case. And he says, "Now, is that better? Don't you feel like this was all quite silly?"
Being thorough is not being silly.
That's
Forgive
fair.
us for being cautious while your shadow is acting all strange.
Yes. Well, being bombarded with 1,000 questions a minute makes it very hard to explain what the situation was. Accusations as they are puts you kind of bit on the back pedal. I've lived my life as a man of the cloth, having to deal with naysayers, and I don't hold it against you, Tiefling. It's in your nature, after all.
Perhaps.
That's a bit rude.
No,
Ilmater,
it's not.
forgive.
Heritage as it is, you are a being of righteousness, given your blood, and they're a being of...
I'm a being of deals and nothing more.
There you go. He can't quite help his nature.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
No. What is the relationship between his deity and mine?
I am
Indifference?
It's probably indifference.
Okay.
The Raven Queen probably mirrors... Actually, the Raven Queen probably mirrors Kelemvor, since they both are guardians of the dead and death.
But it's not someone she would, like, particularly, like, dislike.
No,
or
no.
outright hate.
Torm is a very good aligned deity. It is very much a... actually... Torm is...
Solus, for the record, would probably know a lot about this, being that his patron deity serves Ilmater.
Yeah, so Torm is basically like a god of justice and righteousness, but it's very much the good knight sort of deity. They are the champion of the people, etc., so forth, healers, things like that. So, Raven Queen would probably be helpful towards him if, they're like, well, even if most people don't worship the Raven Queen, they understand that she's a mirror to Ilmater, or to Kelemvor. She's a mirror to Kelemvor, who is a death god, and Torm and Kelemvor get along because they're both good aligned deities and they probably help each other. So, if Kelemvor was like, hey, here's my buddy, the Raven Queen. We went to, Death Portfolio College together, and we both don't like things like Orcus. He'd probably be like, hey, that's pretty cool. I, too, do not like Orcus.
All right. So I'm not going to pull a Lily in the bathhouse.
What?
Instantly murdering 6 people.
Because they were followers of Tiamat, your sworn enemy.
Yeah, no, you don't need to kill him because there's no religious conflict.
This is dumb. I can't do anything.
So what exactly is going on with your shadow, and is there a way that we could get you help for that?
Well, I think it might actually be something due to the exposure to this. It kind of turns and points to a shield that's been hanging on the wall behind him.
I'm gonna use one of my divine sense. The moment he gestures to the shield.
And he sees you immediately start doing another thing, and he just kind of pauses and waits. And lets you do the thing before he continues explaining. Go ahead and link divine sense.
Okay, never mind.
No, it's fine. This is just how the night goes. Do your divine sense, please. Link this one. There we go. Alright, so Strahd von Zarovich is definitely not here.
Are you sure?
I'm not, but you don't sense anything from Fabius Krieg.
So this is very confusing.
No, you're not. You're not a thing that would apply to this. But you don't detect anything weird from Fabius Krieg. When you focus in on the shield, ooh, appendix. And it probably is like the first time that you all take note of it too, when he's like, yeah, this thing, and gestures. Appendix C, where are you? I have Appendix A, B, it jumps to D, E, F. Where is C? Alright, shenanigans. Where's my appendix for this?
It was removed. It was going to burst.
Because I got that. I got that, and I hate you. It was like, it's not even highlighted in the thing. It's just the whole appendix is... Is that why I don't have magic items on? Alright, well... I can't show this to you. There's so much on here. Oh, wait. Spot. I will just find another picture of it. Safest way to do it. But you see, he gestures behind him, and you end up seeing this massive metallic shield. It's the kind of like heater style, where it's got the rounded top, and then it swoops down into that kind of badge shape. But on it has its face is gold, and on the face of the shield is a literal face bearing a demonic visage. And he kind of gestures to it, and he says, curious thing. The Van Thampers had this, and they had asked me to study it, being a man of religious, scholarly knowledge. And I started looking into it, and when I wasn't able to provide results for them, I was locked in here until I could produce some. I've been in here for some time, and I've felt a bit of a corrupting influence on it, as it were.
I'm gonna lower my bow and turn around and gesture to Thirstwell, asking if what he's saying is true.
Oh yes. As a matter of fact, and Thavius kind of has a moment where his eyes kind of go wide when he sees Thirstwell. He says, you've captured one of the fiends. That's good. If we take him away, they'll lock him in the darkest dungeons where he can...
He is mine!
Can I insight check that?
Mm-hmm. He looks like a person who just recognized one of his kidnappers standing in front of him. Also, there's the shield.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty rad looking.
Can we take a break? I am hurting right now.
Okay, we're an hour and 15, so we'll take 5. Everyone, go grab
Everything
stuff.
okay, Shay?
No.
Alright, well, we're going on break. Everybody be back in 5. See you soon.
Okay.
Let's go.
I returned.
Me too.
I turned mediocre sandwich in hand.
Is it sad when you make a picture of a mixed drink and you get 2 drinks in and realize there's not enough alcohol and you have to add half a bottle?
That rarely happens for me. My drink starts with like, okay, 5 shots of gin and a splash of
I mean,
which
when I originally made it, I had already doubled the alcohol the recipe called for. But I drank 2 full drinks and didn't feel a thing.
it'll hit you real hard soon enough.
But what about a VB long neck, Shane?
I fucking love VB longies. Actually, I've got VB in the shed. Ooh.
Not a fan
That'll
of
fix
long
my
neck.
fucking hangover. I'll be back in a jiffy.
Give me the hard stuff any day.
I'm not allowed to have any fun like you guys.
No?
Medical condition, no alcohol. I've tried some, but I only really agree with like the fruitier beverages. And you know, never enough to get buzzed, drunk, anything like that.
Yeah, you know, working with preschoolers, I've had to really cut back. So the fact that I'm on a 2-week vacation is I'm gonna let go a little bit.
Well, don't let go too hard, or you'll never get hold back. See, I know what I was trying to say, but it didn't come out.
No, I know what you meant. Sorry, I was messaging someone. No, I could be in a bender for the next 2 weeks and then go back to work completely sober and not drink for months again.
Hey, as long as you know your own limits, that's great.
Not really.
Hello.
Not really that. But when you're a behavioral therapist, you kind of learn how to use your own techniques on yourself.
How to set a
That's
good
fair.
example for others. So, hello. We're back.
Hello, we're back.
I assume everyone's back because it's been more than 5 minutes.
I accidentally reminded Shane about a drink he had in like a different section of the house, so he
went to the garage for a minute.
Yeah, I since returned with a glorious VB in hand.
Mind you, I went to the fridge and I grabbed my pitcher and added half a bottle of vodka to it.
There you go. I meant to go get some of my root beer bourbon, but I decided against it.
Root beer bourbon? I've never had that before.
Oh, it's so smooth. It's just...
Like, is it more of like the cream soda root beer or like the Barks root beer?
Yeah, it's a more Barksy. Yeah, and with the bourbon, it cuts really well. We had bought it last Thanksgiving for a recipe that I was using for, like, it was some kind of sweet potato recipe that required it. It was like, you used it for a glaze, and it was so good. But, Che, are you back? You haven't said anything?
Yeah, we hadn't heard anything, so I assumed she's not back yet.
Probably still not feeling well.
On the topic of booze and marinades and such, the old man made a fucking smoked brisket. Slathered
you had me at brisket.
JD. One of them was just a standard rub he got from the butcher. The other one was like a rub plus a whole bunch of bourbon. Fucking delicious.
Now I'm hungry.
Me too. Oh, briskets.
It's almost cold enough for Wazzle. It's like cider with a kick, but not quite like cider. It's an old school recipe. It's so good. Especially when you add the whiskey.
We had used apple cider brine for the turkeys for Thanksgiving, and that came out really good. Very nice, crisp flavor when you fried it up.
It's this time of year and like during the fall, like apple cider season, that I miss being home. You just don't get the same in New Jersey.
No. Right, Morph? Jersey.
I don't know what we're talking about. The pizza's damn good.
Talking about apple cider.
Yeah, I can't.
The pizza is okay. I would rather eat my pizza than drink it.
That's fair.
Again, can't really make a comparison with things like apple ciders.
Well,
yeah.
she was more talking about drinking your pizza, so don't do that.
Back in Illinois where I grew up, every time around fall, the principal would have a class assembly and we would all make apple cider, and it was so good. And then I grew up and realized you can add alcohol to it, and it's so much better.
Hard cider. I have a couple hard ciders in Angry Orchard. Right.
Yeah, this mediocre sandwich is well shit.
I got peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, that'd be so much fucking better. I have cucumber, lettuce, and pastrami or some shit. And seeded mustard, but...
Yeah, apparently the turkey is month expired. I checked.
I would prefer a peanut butter sandwich every day, but I can't take that to work.
Allergic children to peanuts.
I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
How you
better?
feeling, Shay?
Or feeling okay?
If we're live right now, then yeah, I'm good.
Do you want to not be live and talk about it?
No, I delayed long enough.
Alright, on that ominous note, we'll come back.
Now I feel bad.
Well, I just want you to be straight with us. So. We're back. Fabius Krieg had mentioned the shield. I told you all that he had been locked in this room and forced to study it. He implied that there might be corrupting effects from exposure to it, which might be why his shadow is acting so strangely. He's just as surprised as you are that the shadow is looking that way. He demonstrated that he is, in fact, a cleric as he claimed to be by casting a spell on Lily. Rhea has been...
If you don't mind, dear sir, I'd like to investigate that shadow of yours a little bit closer. Sindarin walks up, then he opens his hand, sets it on fire, then clenches his fist so his arm is essentially a torch with produce flame.
Okay.
That didn't fucking work. Okay, never mind.
Hurl the flame.
I'll fix that later.
You hurl the flame at Thirstwell and he burns to a crisp. The
Oh no.
Wow.
But yeah, he just kind of holds the fist flame over the shadow to see if the shadow dissipates or what happens with it.
It is very much just a normal shadow. So when a new light source starts casting it, the shadow moves to another position. And it's just hanging, emanating from him in another direction. So since you're over here, it's shining this way. Yeah, it's still there. It's very much attached to him. This troubling thing, yes.
Doesn't defy the laws of light, it seems.
Yes,
what was that, sorry?
As far as I'm aware, it is still my shadow, and he, gestures with the right arm, and then the left arm, and then both arms, and the shadow is moving in sync, just albeit not normal.
I'm gonna go up and study the shield while they're experimenting.
Okay.
I believe some sunlight would do you good. A blessing from the Lord of Fire.
Alright. And what do you do to check it out?
I wanna just study it, inspect it, see if I can figure out what kind of... if it's magical or what it is. I don't know. I want to know more about it.
Okay. Let me make an Arcana check. It's a nice shield.
I hate my life.
You do know that you're not versed in enchanting, so just kind of looking at it and trying to figure out what this shield is and capable of doesn't really do much because it's not in your wheelhouse. There might be others in the group that can help you with that if you ask them.
Perhaps my insight would help with this.
He says, picking up on Lily's distress as she stares at the shield.
Oh, wow. I see that 18, roll 20. It's almost there. Sonoma Beach.
The item is.
He says,
metallic
perhaps I
in
might be of
nature.
service. Yes, this is a shield.
Ooh. Still pretty
Sindarin
shit.
comes
Slightly
up and says, yes, I too concur. This is a shield.
It was excellently
Let's
forged, I
keep
can tell
this-
you that.
Let's keep the streak going.
No, wait.
Waiting?
Thirstwell mentioned something. Thirstwell mentioned this.
Would you like to ask him, or shall I?
He likes you more.
Please, allow me.
You touch him, you die.
Oh, I won't touch your toy. And Solus is going to look directly at Thirstwell, look him straight in the eyes, and my eyes go completely black as I tell him, tell us everything you know about that shield there. And I'm tapping into my infernal heritage to charm person.
Do I get a D4 with the bless, by the way?
No, yeah, you would actually.
Well, you already rolled, so no. And what I mean by already rolled, you already have the result of your... No, you had to roll it at the time. But it's good to remember. Hold on, let me pull up Thirstwell. Thirstwell. What's my DC?
It's based off my charisma, so same as normal. It's a spell save of 14 wisdom.
Old Thirst rolls a 14.
Ah, shit.
He kind of smiles at you and he says, "Oh, aren't you clever? No, I don't think that's going to work. Sorry.
It was worth a shot.
If you asked me nicely, I might be able to help. But, no.
I did ask you nicely.
No, you used magic, and magic is more of a... well, we both know why you would need to use magic.
Valkyrie, would you ask him nicely, please?
Pat, what do you know of this shield?
Oh,
And
Mother...
I will stroke his face as I...
He's immediately answering. Oh, Mother had found it some time ago. A couple of other artifacts as well that the cults had been keeping for us. This one we weren't too sure of what to do. We exchanged it for another item of power, the one I had been studying before you all burst into my room, and
I'm aware.
here
You can skip over that little part.
Fabius was supposed to figure out the secrets behind this one, be more divinely focused and a stronger connection to the divine than myself.
I have one more question, Pet. Is he here under duress?
He kind of looks to each of you and he smiles and he says, "Oh no, Fabius Krieg is the monster you all expect him to be." And Rhea is on her feet immediately and she says, "Not another word from you, Snake."
I pull out my bow and I
She has
aim it
her,
at him.
and she has her sword drawn. He says, "I'll cut his tongue out if he says another unkind word." You're really going to believe him?
Are you all still arguing?
Rhea, I will take what information I can from him.
What reason do you have to believe him?
From me. What reason do I have to believe you? I met you on the streets. What reason do I have to believe anyone but Lily?
Lily, you don't believe what the snake is saying. He's telling her what she wants because he's afraid of her.
As far as I can tell, they're both telling the truth, which doesn't make sense.
I rarely tell the truth.
Did lie about it.
I did not lie. I just didn't correct him.
Fallister also says, "No, you actually did say she had it."
Semantics.
It's fine.
He's not here under
Fabius
duress.
Krieg looks between all of you and says, don't quite have the camaraderie of the Hell Riders, do we?
Just because he's not here under duress doesn't mean he wasn't corrupted by this beautiful shield.
Well, that's the thing of it. I do believe that this shield is the source of what has been causing so many troubles here within the city of Baldur's Gate. I've been able to determine that this is the shield of the Hidden Lord. It has a powerful entity bound to it. Locked in here as I was, I've been communicating with the entity.
What kind of entity?
How?
A devilish entity of strong power, but it's bound to the shield. But its influence oozes from within it, and I believe that is what's done the damage to my shadow, and why people are believing that one such as I could be capable of the nefarious claims that are being thrown at me. Also,
Anyone's capable of falling.
Well, have you seen Baldur's Gate? It would explain why this place has become the way it is in only recent years.
Anyone's capable of falling, just like anyone's capable of redemption. And if the shield really is as...
Would you
dangerous, then
would you
I'll
like a
have to keep it safe.
demonstration?
What do you mean?
Place your hand on the shield.
I will reach up and
Lily.
touch the shield.
And Lily places her hand on the shield.
Does
And-
my shadow change shape?
No. In your head, you hear a voice. It says, no, I won't mess with the voice changer. But you hear a voice in your head and says, "Ah, a new hand touches the shield. Welcome, mortal. Tremble before my power. I'm Gargoth, the Destroyer. You stand before a pit fiend. Kneel and no despair."
How do you know if someone's kneeling if you're in there? Can you see?
I see all and know all, mortal.
I don't believe you.
I know that you're one of divine blood. But you're not the only one that's a mutt here. There's 2 others with you.
You are a devil. Stuck in a
course.
shield.
Only temporarily.
And how did you end up in here?
That's not important. What is important is that I can help you.
Uh-huh. Got shy all of a sudden?
No. Not at all. I'm merely browsing the depths of your soul.
Right.
I need a worthy hand to hold me. You're strong. We could do great things together.
I'm gonna look out at everyone else. Yeah, there's a devil in there.
Just one.
A pit fiend.
That's
Fiend.
not good.
What did he tell you his name was? I hear that is very important when it comes to dealing with matters such as...
He introduced himself as Garguth the Destroyer a year before me.
Rarely do fiends introduce themselves by their true name.
It gives us a lead.
Perhaps I could try and arrange taking the shield and our friend here to
I'll
see my
handle the
patron.
shield.
I didn't hear you
I
say
don't-
what.
I said I'll handle the shield. I don't need anyone else getting influenced by this thing.
Influenced, I was going to bring it to my patron, Kieran, to see if it could be cleansed. I could see if we could arrange a meeting. He serves the broken god,
The...
Ilmater.
You are a servant of Ilmater.
He and I are servants of Ilmater, yes.
I'd like to insight check him. And you are from Hell.
No, I am from the city, actually. If you must know, my father wasn't exactly able to conceive by himself, so he did what the whole Baldurian nobles do, made a pact, and I came out.
They sold their souls.
He made a deal, and my birth was influenced as such. I don't know if my father lost his soul, but he's not exactly a great man or proud.
How sad that your existence is brought on by the failures of another. But I suppose your redemption for yourself following Ilmater, that's good. You don't seem the type that enjoys your own suffering, though.
I do what I can to ease the suffering of others.
It is a burden hard to bear, taking upon others' suffering onto yourself.
I'm gonna lift the shield.
Yes, good.
Really? Are you sure that's something you want to do?
Well, if this thing does have a corrupting tendency, I feel like I have the best chance of carrying it.
Yes.
I think the purest of heart has the least ability to carry it.
They have the furthest to fall.
Yes, but don't you think those who have already fallen can't fall any farther?
Don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. They're all liars and cheats anyways. You have the best chance of doing what you need to do with my help. You want to make this city better.
I don't need a devil's help to make this place better.
Oh, I think you do. Because everything seems to be slipping through your fingers. A little help every so often doesn't hurt. The power to protect those that you couldn't protect before. Why wouldn't you want that?
Mention them.
It doesn't have to happen again.
I will sling the shield in the ground.
So for now,
We still
treat it as a regular shield, but you will need to attune to it.
Alright, I will start that process.
Now it takes an hour.
Unless we get am. Yeah, unless we get am.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna take a look around the rest of the room.
Yeah, you guys want to look around, see what else is in here? Because there was quite a bit there in that initial description.
I heard a couple of chests,
Mm-hmm.
which piqued my interest.
Yep.
Let's go through them.
Yeah. So you all immediately start going through this stuff, and Fabius Krieg is like, "Yes, good. Typical of adventurers to start pilfering anything that's not nailed down, but it is yours as rights of defeating the Vanthampers and their evils."
Technically, it belongs to this one.
Thurswell nods and he says, Yes, it is all mine, so I suggest you not take any of it.
And it be confiscated once everyone finds out what the Vanthampers have been doing.
Fabius
Which,
is like,
about
Fabius-
now, they would have.
Fabius holds up a hand. He's like, it's your right by conquest. Even armies don't march without a bit of coin to help spur them along. You're serving a righteous cause. It's all right if you take it. Thirstwell here can't really do much about it where he's going.
I have a feeling he's staying with Valkyrian.
Fabius,
Yes.
Perhaps the
right.
little one has just
Fabius,
bought her way into a nice home.
Fabius kind of smirks at that suggestion. I don't imagine there'll be much you can do about it once they find out about the treason against Baldur's Gate. You're not hoping to fight your way past all of the city guard, are you?
Well, from what I can tell, it's our word against theirs, is it not? We haven't found proof yet.
Rhea kind of looks at the others.
We
Oh,
just sent
oh,
proof running.
That too.
And you know,
Hearsay.
there's like the whole murder cult, and you guys have already told the Flaming Fist that they're connected and presented evidence to them. You know, yeah, it's fine.
They've literally kept 4 of us here under lock and key. We were kidnapped.
There's that too. But yeah,
Look,
so let's
just go through this. My friends need to be taken to the Scroll of Bahamut.
let's take a look at this treasure. Coffer number 1. So this is what I laughed about a few weeks ago. Coffer number 1 contains 30 Electrum ingots.
Fuck.
Coffers 2, 3, and 4 each contain 100 gold pieces.
Wizards, why are you trying to make Electrum a thing?
They're trying very hard to make Electrum a thing. Coffer number 5 contains 2 pieces of a broken ceremonial dagger, a curved ivory blade bearing draconic runes that spell out Fang, along with a bone hilt wrapped in leather strips and studded with gemstones. A mending spell can be used to restore the broken dagger, blah blah blah, for a value of this if you mend it, but I'm sure nobody takes mending. Coffers 6 and 7 each contain 100 platinum pieces. Coffer 8 contains 20 azurite gemstones.
Okay, out of character, who is taking all of that down?
Put it in group loot.
And then comes the question, how are you all getting it back upstairs?
They're in chests.
Are you guys going to carry the coffers? All 8 of them?
We can condense it into a smaller coffer.
That is true. You don't have the Skeller Boys anymore, though.
My total weight is currently 0, so I reckon I can carry quite a...
You got 4 arms, you can handle it. I do want to take that dagger, though, and look at it. Alright, we can divvy this up later. We have to finish clearing this dungeon.
Davius Krieg looks around. He says, "We do? Why? I'd rather like to be out of here if it's all the same." Rhea nods. "My mission was to rescue Davius. I'm not interested in anything else that's going on down here. You've already dispatched the ringleader."
I am in agreement.
If the rats haven't already
Return to the
scattered,
surf.
Right,
they
yeah.
soon will.
I'm not an adventurer like you. I don't need to seek glory by mucking around in the sewers. My mission is to protect my lord, and I'm putting my
I was
foot...
going to ask if...
Please continue.
Would you come with me when I deliver the items to Candlekeep?
Why would I go to Candlekeep?
Well, we still need to figure out what happened to El Terrell, first of all. And 2, I've lost half my friends this day.
Davius kind of smiles and walks up, and he sets a hand on each of your shoulders, and he says, "Rhea, my dear, you bring this old man's heart such joy to see your devotion. You are truly a Hell Rider, the highest standard. Once you get me out of here, I charge you to go with these fine individuals and help them. Finding what happened to El Terrell is your mission now. I'll be perfectly fine here in Baldur's Gate." Kind of considers that and says, "Allow me to think on it, Lee."
Lily,
Yes.
Part of
okay.
me has to agree with Rhea. Pardon my phrasing, pet, but once the head has been severed, it will roll. So whatever is left down here has probably fled. And if it
bearing in
hasn't,
mind-
by all
Sorry.
means, what do we bear in mind?
The Flaming Fist will come running if your information is sound enough. Let them clear the remaining demons and filth that lingers about these sewers.
There's something else I wanted to do. I wanted to see if I could find... I'll have to talk to the city about it.
What would you like to find, Lily?
I thought, since the massacre at the bathhouse, I was hoping I might be able to, I don't know, claim ownership so I could give it over to the people who actually worked there, so they had something.
A massacre at the bathhouse. Do tell. This sounds hilarious.
Like a deed to the bathhouse. You have to be a little more specific.
Yeah, like that.
Well,
I was thinking-
thinking back on my
Maybe-
path.
Davius takes this moment to chime in. He says, "Dear girl, people don't just keep deeds to businesses and holdings within their houses. We're in a metropolitan city. There are courthouses and record halls."
Which is why I said I'd have to go to the city.
Yes. It wouldn't be here. There's no...
If it is an illegal holding, it could be somewhere, but I doubt it is in the sewer.
Manthampers, albeit their infamous dealings, are still nobles. They wouldn't need to illegally own property within the city. They had the wealth to do with it as they please, even if it was a front. A legal front is far more believable than an illegal one. Would defeat the purpose.
I'm gonna turn around. Pet, who owned the bathhouse before?
Well, technically, Mortlock did.
How did he come upon this ownership?
It was given to him the test of responsibility, but the oaf was clearly not able to handle it himself for a while.
I mean, you did try to have him killed.
Amric tried to have him killed.
Speaking of, we need to deal with him too.
Oh right, there was a third brother.
I kind of pet my satchel. Yes, I do have some monetary business with him.
Yeah, the rest of the evening to deal with him.
Holds up a hand and he says, "Why are we dealing with any of this? You all have already said that the guards are coming to apprehend them. There's no
But
reason
as you said, we are adventurers, and we take whatever is not, what did you say, bolted down?
I use the word nail, but yes."
Bolts, nails, washers.
In the background, you hear someone go, "We don't use that word right now, sore subject."
I still do not trust this guy, but I have no reason to disbelieve him.
Alistair kind of shrugs and he says, "I need to get to Candlekeep immediately. And with the martial law of the city going on, moving about is not easy for a Calamshite like myself."
I hold up the Flaming Fist badge. I can get you through. I promise.
Then I would suggest that, given that the guards are coming, and it sounded like you guys did not make the most gracious of entrances here.
Nope.
We probably
ones will do that.
We probably should not linger, especially with the Lord of Elturel and a Hellrider that are currently being hunted and executed in the streets.
Well,
I am just trying to be helpful by laying out all of your options. It
I
seems
agree.
like you are aimless in direction, and so we should be focusing forward instead of trying to handle things that are outside of our scope right now.
I
Well,
would invite the rest of you to come relax at my family's estate if you would be so unkind.
First things first. Let's get out of here. We'll deal with the guards. And I have to handle my friends.
as do I.
Oh. Fallister.
Yes.
You mentioned your friend studies hellish
That is
things.
what I said. My mistress is well versed in all things of the nine hells and planar. It is why recovering the artifact is important. I needed to make sure that it was secure. And as he's saying this, he has his eyes on Fabius Krieg the entire time.
I feel them. My enemy, Tiamat, once ruled the first layer of hell.
Yes,
but then it was...
Before she was slain on the material plane here, not so long ago.
Then is it Bel who rules it now?
I am not as versed as my mistress is, but no, that name does not sound familiar.
Okay. Let's handle things.
I doubt it because I'm not from the Nine Hells, but would I know anything of what they're talking about?
You may make a religion check.
I'll jump in on this. Why not?
You read Val's mind and know that you too want to jump in on this. Roll your religion.
No, Solus does demon research in his spare time. Devil.
I was gonna say that's a totally different subject, which is reflected.
Natural one.
Yep, you're like, I know a thing or two about demons. No, this doesn't check out at all.
I focused more on the fourth layer, not the first.
Yep. So no, you don't know anything. All right. So what's the plan? Back upstairs?
How long does Bless last?
Do you have the bless spell?
She thinks she does.
No. Does she have it on her spell list?
Yes, I think so. What the heck happened to my spell list?
Oh, it looks like they updated things.
Oh God!
Yeah,
everything's open
right now.
Oh my God! How can I find shit in this?
Mike is right up down. It is long.
I can't condense this.
Pay no attention.
Oh, you really can't. That's so weird. Not able to collapse it. No.
You can just mouse over it, then hit the little I button. Compendium.
There you go. Yeah, the I in the
stop.
circle. Sorry.
It worked perfectly fine the way it was, but yeah, thanks for the change, roll.
Yeah. But you have bless here, and it does tell you. Let's tweak that all later, but let's focus on the question. So you know that it can last up to a minute. So that minute has long since come and gone.
I'm gonna sidle up to Lily and I'm gonna whisper. Obviously stage whisper so she can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I could use a long rest. As long as the manor upstairs is cleared, maybe we could rest a little? Check out some of the other rooms that we didn't have time for before?
I wouldn't mind, but we have to deal with the guards. No doubt they're already on the scene.
Pet,
Yes?
the guards are under your command as well as your mother's, correct?
I don't control the city guard, I'm afraid.
I'm not talking about the city guard. I'm talking about the ones that patrol your house.
Oh yes, the ones you all killed and left strewn about the...
No, we kept some alive,
Oh, well,
to my dismay.
yes, the ones that were slaughtered and left strewn about the manor, and the ones with the major concussions, yes.
Yep, those would be the one. If you were to tell them to stand down and everybody was friendly, they would not attack, correct?
Yes.
Are you willing to tell them not to attack me and my friends?
Of course. They've already had to deal with you once before. I don't think they'd be willing to try again.
Well, those guards we don't really have to deal with at the moment. Hostily, as much as you know I like it. The city guard shouldn't arrive until we call them, because they did ask for more proof. Am I correct?
Make a wisdom roll, please.
Not bad for a -1?
You remember very distinctly, and it's been discussed more than a couple times, you guys had let the awake servants leave, who didn't know who you were, knew that you broke into the place, and saw that you guys were covered in not only your own, but the guards' blood. They basically said that they were going to get the guards, and they left. And you guys have talked about how you were on a time crunch because they're going to go get the guards because you broke into the noble manor and started killing people.
Pet, would you mind if I killed your guards?
Well, they're not my gods anymore, per se. I don't pay them.
I'll talk to them.
Yes, Lily, talk. Talk. That's what we do. We talk. We don't kill outright.
Baby's Krieg holds up a hand and says, "If it's all the same, Rhea and I are not supposed to be within this city. Martial law is still very much what it is. I would very much like to not see my noble knight here be hung from the gallows by the flaming fist. Perhaps we try something less up front and perhaps take a back door out and get somewhere safe."
My offer stands.
I would not wish to implicate your noble family in harboring us good-steamed-ish person.
Ren,
Yes?
would having the Flaming Fist badge allow me to claim that, that those two are okay, that they don't need to be arrested, kind of thing?
Which two?
That they are in my custody. Rhea and Krieg.
Make an insight roll.
It is a reasonable plan, as long as no officials.
Yeah, it is. Actually, no, it's exactly what was said. It is a reasonable plan. You believe that you can flash your Flaming Fist badge, which doesn't have much weight, but if you're saying you're taking them into custody, yeah, it should work in the upper city.
Alright. We can try to slip out, but we are really bad at sneaking. If we run into any guards, I'll try to use what authority I have. Well, let me try to use what authority I have, and if...
Then I can kill them?
I mean, I'd prefer that you didn't, but okay.
If it's us, for everything?
If it's us or them, then you can. But, last resort kind of thing,
I will do my best.
Thank you.
But I do not know how to do non-lethal damage.
I will endeavor not to get us in a fight then.
I'm keeping my eye on her.
Hey, let's try using that back door.
Oh, back doors are so fun.
Everybody
The
loves
back
the
door.
And I,
doors.
I run as I say that, I run my finger down Thirstwell's spine, all the way to his butt.
My.
Bear in mind that bypasses your friends that you may have left elsewhere.
Right, my friends. I'll go collect them.
I will help where I can.
I'm gonna go get their bodies, and...
Also, real quick, how do we decide to carry all this junk? Am I just carrying as much as possible? And
we can
everyone
condense
else
it
just
into one chest, and then move.
I can help carry half, probably. I'm not the strongest, but I can help try and pull my weight.
I think one person can carry all that, because it's mostly just coins.
They're
I can carry up to
They're-
200 units.
ingot bars. Ingot bars are not light. They're 30,
Yeah, they're what, £5 a piece?
probably. They're
I
pretty
don't-
heavy.
I think they're that much.
These are solid.
Well, it depends on the
metal.
material.
Yeah, and they're heavy, hun. They're not light. It's not
Okay.
semantics.
2 people can carry that. I want to collect the bodies of my friends. Do we walk all that way, or are we going to fast track, or how should we?
Which exit are you taking?
After I get
Well, Nail is
Huh.
in the prison cell,
after I get Bastion and Nail.
and Bastion
try-
is in the wine cellar.
Yeah, we'll try using the hidden exit that we found.
Are you going to be able to carry both bodies?
I should be able to. I won't be able to wield any weapons, but
How are you carrying both bodies? These are
one
full,
over both shoulders.
These are full-grown men.
Okay, can someone carry one then?
I can
help.
certainly try.
If you're carrying the chest, then I think that's all you're doing. You just need 3 people to carry stuff. 1 for each of the bodies, 1 for the chest of all.
I'm the killer. I need to be able to shoot a bow and arrow.
Okay.
I will help you carry your friends.
How much strength do you
Thank you.
have?
Me?
No, the person who actually I need to know their strength of. I know you're a paladin. You have strength.
Me?
I'm talking to the warlock who doesn't need strength. How much strength do you
I've
have,
gotten
warlock?
11. I can lift a person, just not for very long.
Not for
have-
very long, and definitely not over your shoulder.
I know I
I
have a
am-
-1 strength, so I can carry the coin, and that's about it.
Like
Well-
realistically speaking, it's like if you have, you basically have default strength. So this would be like asking if you can carry a full-grown man over your shoulders for a long period of time. Morph probably can't help. You could drag him for sure. That's probably disrespectful.
No,
How about
I'm
this? I'll give
Solus
you
is going to try and help. He's a servant of Ilmater. It's his job to try and help with this.
And you'll suffer
Solus,
the whole
dear
way
boy.
through.
Carry the chest.
Yes,
I'll carry the
I will
balls.
bury that burden. I can't carry the chest. I have an 11.
You can just sling his arms over, like around you, and piggyback him. It's
I will
actually a little bit easier if you know how to carry them or fire.
I have a 9. I definitely know I cannot carry a human body.
I will
Like,
piggyback
dragging
that person's
Thirstwell
weight.
is like... Luckily, he's so far voluntarily walking behind.
All right, so we go through the comedic shenanigans of some weak boys trying to help carry these corpses and chests, and you all go out this side entrance that gets you up to the stables. Val was able to scout out on the stables that there was a window connected to it because the stables was built into the wall that could get you out onto the streets. You definitely took the time to take a look at the villa, and the town city guard have in fact shown up in force because a pack of maniacs broke into the Van Thamper villa and started killing people. And you left a trail of bodies behind you as you broke into the place, cutting down everybody as you went, and left servants who were terrified and fearing for their lives to go get the guards. So you guys take the time to sneak out and try to make your way back to one of the gates. Boop. Are at gates.
Before we get to the gates, I
Mhm.
want to kind of pull Lily aside a little bit, and I want to whisper to her, "My pet is our prisoner as well. We're going to turn him in."
Turn him in?
Wink, wink.
Oh, right.
Wink.
We have to
So,
get him.
what gate are we heading towards? And and how are we going about getting through this gate?
Are we going to use your flaming fist badge?
Yes, we're going to use it.
Write anything up. Here's my bow.
Or we can try and find a temple to drop the bodies off, and I can come visit them.
That's a great question, too. Are you all going to carry these bodies to a city guard watched gate while covered in the blood of town guard or of Van Thamper guards that you just got done slaughtering and making an escape from the villa of?
We also released prisoners.
I mean, yeah, you can bring that up. They don't know that.
I think Bahamut and the Raven Queen would like either of them. Is there a temple nearby-ish that we could get to? I know I can't carry them, so my stealth doesn't matter, but
Yeah, let's look for a temple. Let's go towards a temple first.
I can certainly look. Hold on.
There are temples in the upper city.
Yes, I just need to know where they are more. Because you guys are dragging dead bodies, you're covered in blood, you have two fugitives of the city,
and I have
and
a patriarch tied up behind me.
So I need to know how far you're going and how stealthy you need to be to try and navigate through this place while they're looking for a bunch of vagabonds who broke into a noble house and started killing people. This is... here we go. There's the Hall of Wonders. There is a temple to Umberlee. There's a temple to Tymora. There's a temple to Helm. One to Ogba, and one to Ilmater.
Ilmater, right?
In the northeast corner of the upper city. So it's probably up here somewhere. Near the bathhouse, though.
Lily, do you trust me?
I do.
Let's hope I put my trust in other people as well. I turn to Thirstwell. You have a choice. I can let you loose, and you can run. My friends will probably kill you.
Yep.
You can stay. And if you please me, I reward you. If you displease me, I punish you. If you betray me, I kill you. And
Maybe-
I
Fabius
take out my
looks-
short sword and I slit his ropes.
Fabius looks to the rest of you and is like, "What kind of prisoner is she keeping?"
He's not a prisoner. Hasn't been for a while, actually.
Thurswell kind of like rubs the released bindings on his wrists. Like, you know that this isn't going to look well once they figure out who I am.
They'll probably come after you.
Yes, they'll come after me.
And if you stay, I might have a way to protect you.
I'm more concerned about your ability to protect yourselves once the city guard figure out what's happened. It's only counts
I'm
for
gonna-
a moment because we have so many people in this
I'm gonna
very
stroke his
obvious
face.
group.
Don't worry about me. I have my own ways of survival. I'm more worried about yours.
I think the main concern should be getting off the streets for now. The guards are going to be on high alert looking for you all after what you've done.
But as long as you don't look like a prisoner, that's one less blemish on our public image.
Suppose you're right. And
At
yeah.
least for tonight. By tomorrow, everyone's gonna know what the Van Tamper's did.
Yep.
Hopefully by tomorrow he won't be a Van Zamper anymore.
Dead. Wait, what?
Not my words.
Anywho,
So does he stay or does he run?
he doesn't move. He's weighing his options. He took his chance when he tried to jump out the window and it didn't get him anywhere.
He also took his chance when he tried to charm an elf.
Yeah, that too.
So I'm gonna give him a kiss. And I'm gonna tell him to follow us. And there will be more to come. Let's try to make our way across the city, I guess.
Alrighty, I need stealth checks from everyone, please.
Yeah, that's about normal. Here we go.
Yep.
Womp
Thanks,
womp.
Morph. Yeah, there's only... Yes, okay. Ray is really the only one who needs to do it, but I'll have her count for the entire group of NPCs instead of each of them.
Wish I was a cleric of the Raven Queen and not just a rogue.
Okay, not awful. Yeah. You guys you have more successes than failures. So there are some very close moments. The upper city is on high alert. A bunch of vagabonds broke into a noble house and started killing a bunch of people. So of course they're on high alert and they're searching the streets and looking for the descriptions of people. One of the noble sons is unaccounted for. Actually, two of the noble sons is currently unaccounted for. They cannot find the Lady Van Thamper either. So they are doing a manhunt street by street, area by area. And it looks like the gates themselves are closed off. But you guys made the conscious decision to head towards a temple instead. And so you guys make your way to the Shrine of the Suffering, a Shrine of Ilmater that is located in the northeast corner. And when you get there, you guys had made this attack in the evening, so it's very much after dark now, and the temple itself keeps some braziers lit to encourage people to come and visit at all hours of the night, because even sleep deprivation is suffering that Ilmater can adhere to for its worshippers. So when you all arrive, a very sleepy, kind of like he has like dark rings under his eyes, like he is suffering from some severe insomnia because this is just the time he works and he doesn't sleep. And so when you all walk up, he says, "Oh, good. Visitors. I love visitors at this dark hour. What can I do for you? Oh dear, you're carrying bodies with you. Quick, get them inside."
I will carry them in.
Yeah. And we don't need to go over the details of this. Ilmater is a very no questions asked, aside from did they suffer long? And, you know, if it's like, no, they died pretty quickly, it's like, oh good, it's just as Ilmater would hope. And, you know, he'll be like, I'll take care of these bodies, I'll make sure they're buried, blah, blah, blah. And so you all are advised to clean up, definitely get the gore and dead Vanthamper guard blood off of yourselves, as well as your own. And probably try not to make it so obvious that you are the murderers that everybody is looking for in the upper city. You all do so?
Sure. But after I clean up, I do take him. What?
Oh, go ahead. What were you saying?
I do just take a moment to pray to Bahamut and for the my two lost friends.
Alrighty. So, what's the plan from here now that you all have had a moment to recoup and get cleaned up?
You said it was like early morning, right?
No, I said it was late at night.
Oh, late evening. Okay, I thought we broke in at like midnight.
Who is it that? Sorry, who is it that is the worshipper of Ilmater?
That would be Morph's character, Solus.
Hi.
Solus, do you think you could find us safe sanctuary for the night here in the temple?
I might be able to work out something with the clerics around.
Because I know Lily is very much worse for wear, and she is our strongest. She needs her rest.
I'll try.
To prepare. A voice resonates in Val's head.
Wait, what voice? I didn't hear that.
A voice resonated in your head. You said she needs time to rest, and you hear, and time to prepare.
Preparation is always good.
I'm sorry, who said preparation? What?
Preparation is always good. Be on your best alert.
Yeah, I'll try and talk with the clergy, see if I can swing to let everyone stay here if that's possible.
The clergyman is flattered, but he says he does not swing.
And now that the joke's out of your system.
Hey, you said it. Yeah, they're more than willing to accommodate, and they're like, oh, well, I only had the one bed, but I suppose not being able to sleep in it tonight would be as Ilmater wishes. So, yes, you're more than welcome to it, my friend, and
the floor is fine.
The floor is fine. It's hard, and there's little bits of rocks, but I'll take great pleasure in serving Ilmater by laying directly upon them.
Sir, no, that's...
No, it's quite all right.
Yeah.
It says Ilmater desires, and he's already, like, face down in the rocks. And he's like, please, enjoy yourselves and take comfort in my room.
Someone step on my face.
I serve as a doormat. Walk across me as you go.
Even Thirst will put up more than a fight than this.
So, you all take a long rest here, after being given sanctuary within the room.
And during this long rest, I will give Thirstwell his reward.
Oh no. Does he survive?
Does he survive?
I mean, given his looks, I take it significantly easy on him.
Constitution save.
Oh god, he's gonna die.
Just keep him hydrated.
Death by snoo.
I was only gonna do it until, he was done.
I am gonna make a con saving throw though, because he is a poor sickly boy. Does not have this.
God.
Let's see how he holds up.
Oh,
he
man.
dies.
Oh no!
He got a 3. No, he dies. He dies quite happy, but he dies. I was like,
does she keep him hydrated?
I was like, watch, he's gonna get like a natural 20. No, he dies. He has a minus. He has a -2 to his.
First time.
He has a -2 to his con. He dies happy, but he dies.
I feel bad now for mentioning that.
Well, I guess I don't
just
have to
meant it
spend
as
the
a
rest of
joke.
my night
Well, here's
making a false identity for him.
Here's the thing though. Thirstwell has 5 HP, so even if Val decided she wanted to get a little kinky with things, he's dead.
I wasn't even gonna get aggressive with him. It was just gonna be simple, basic sex.
It's non-lethal sex.
Yeah.
It was the most non-lethal she knew how to do.
It was pure vanilla, and it would have been great. And he's like, "Oh, my heart," and he's gone.
Well, it's not the first time, won't be the last. At least she doesn't have to spend the rest of her night trying to figure out how to save his ass.
Thirstwell Van Thamper. He took a long drink and drowned.
Died as he lived. Thirsty.
Very much so.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry I got your pet killed.
he didn't. He's not supposed to be around.
He would have died
anyways, it's
eventually.
fine. Yeah, seriously, a stray arrow would have killed him. He had 5 HP.
As soon as he gave me his token, I seen 5 and 3, and I was like, no way.
Yeah.
No way can I protect.
In another game that I watch of this, he literally went for the window, failed his athletics, took the falling damage, and died.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Lily, do you attune to your shield?
Yes, and I watch my shadow.
Okay. You watch your shadow.
At least he didn't die a virgin.
Yep. So go ahead and add to your inventory Shield of the Hidden Lord. And as you're meditating and going over this attunement, you hear the voice come through your head again. Listen, if we're working together, there are going to be rules. Rules that you will not break. You're not to tell anybody who I am. You've already broken that rule, but I haven't told you not to tell anyone. From now on, you refer to me as the Hidden Lord. Are we understood?
Do you think me a servant?
I think you one capable of using my power, but we are in a contract.
I've made no deal with you.
And you do not get my power. And you feel the attunement fail. Would you like to attempt another hour to connect to it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna interrupt Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He died. He died. He died right in the middle. Well, right at the end of Oh, go ahead.
We have a moderate problem. You may want to come with me.
Alright.
And I take her to Thirstwell's dead body.
Did you clean him up at least?
I mean, I did give him clothes when he soiled himself eventually, so I'm sure I would have covered him up somehow.
Rigor mortis has set in.
I'm pretty sure he's still kind of
Was he always that
For a sickly man, he was pretty well endowed. But I did not touch him with a dagger, or an arrow, or my sword.
Huh.
But he is dead, I'm sure.
Sucked the life right out of him. Thank you, dogs.
And we are not in the Temple of my Queen, so I am not sure what to do. I think this is the closest thing to an emotion I've ever felt.
What is that emotion?
I have no idea.
Is it sadness or disappointment?
Both? Maybe? Maybe a little bit of joy that I killed him during the course?
That is dark.
Did you happen to grow stronger? You're not a succubus, are you?
Could be.
I'm gonna look around for a second, like trying to feel if I don't feel stronger.
I mean, you feel powerful, just not in that sort of way.
I mean, I feel like my normal power, but I don't.
No, it's fine. You serve the Raven Queen. I trust you.
Wait. You trust the Raven Queen?
Is there a reason I should?
Most people don't.
Death is a natural thing, usually.
Yes. It's usually how I feel. A little bit of tension that I don't normally feel, like in here, and I'm kind of like gripping my chest a little bit.
I don't. I've kind of made it my goal to try and guide people to better life, so that they can move on to a good afterlife when they do die.
Do we pretend he was one of the dead we brought in?
You could just leave him here.
I mean, someone's gonna find his dead body.
Who heard that?
Val.
We could just leave him here. I mean, that's usually what I do. I don't know what this thing inside me is, but
he's a wanted criminal
let's just
anyways. When they find him, they'll just write it off that someone murdered him.
He was just a pet. I mean, I'll find another, Life and death, as you said, circle of life.
Well, let's at least move his body with the others, so someone doesn't walk in on this. That's
kind of why I called you here. I know I'm deadly, but I'm not strengthy, and I can't drag his body.
Yeah. I'll get it, and I will go pick up his dehydrated form and move him to wherever they keep the body.
And as she's doing that, unbeknownst to Val, a new tattoo is forming on her body around her heart in the shape of I don't even know what it is, but whatever the Van Thamper crest was.
That was a heart.
A heart tattoo forms upon her heart. Maybe she'll find it later.
Maybe she'll find a heart later.
Is there anything else?
No. Yes. Here. And I hand her the puzzle box. No, I don't. I stick it back in my pocket. But I tried.
Okay.
Thank you, Lily. You're the only one I trust.
Well, actually, I was...
communing with the devil, I'm sure.
Well, turning him down. He won't let me attune to the shield unless I make a pact not to talk to him about him.
Don't do it, Lily.
I don't.
You are not
really,
me.
No, I don't really intend to. But I do wonder if I can make a contest of wills.
Your will is quite strong.
I'm gonna try.
I trust your will.
Will you keep an eye on me, and if I start to act weird, you can knock me out without, killing me, right?
I can try. I will try my best. You know what? I swear on the Raven Queen, I will not kill you intentionally.
That probably as close to a genuine promise as you'll get.
Yeah, I accept that. So I'll sit down with the shield again and attempt to attune. And this time I will try to enforce my presence.
Excellent. Give me a charisma roll.
Straight charisma.
Side note, am I hearing her shield as well?
You have heard it talk to you.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
The hour goes by, and... Oh wait, hold on. There we go. The hour goes by as she focuses on attuning to the shield. There is a mental struggle of personalities trying to assume control. You can see as she's focusing, there's like sweat forming on her brow. And then, after the hour, Lily, you feel yourself in a detached space. You are aware of everything out to a certain range of degree, but you don't feel yourself anchored to a body anymore. And when you finally feel sight, you see yourself looking up at your face. And Val, Lily's eyes open and she smiles. Says, there we go. That was much easier than I thought.
Oh no, you didn't.
Shall my queen be pleased?
Raven Queen, is she ever pleased?
Vivielle,
sometimes.
Vivielle, I need your help.
Do I hear Lily's voice?
No. Lily goes to pick up the shield, slings it across her back. I was able to convince the shield to cooperate. I think we should be getting the others laying down for the night. We have a lot of work ahead of us.
Insight check. Do I believe that this is really Lily?
You can incite it, absolutely. Yeah, it seems like Lily.
I'm gonna call out to my my angel. Livia, please unattune me from this.
But the two of you get up and walk out to the rest of the group, and there's probably our closing shot of Lily walking past a mirror and kind of turns and looks at it and like smiles for a moment, and the visage of Lily's face twists and shifts into something more fiendish, and then it walks out of the room before the camera cuts to black. Congratulations, you lost a contest of wills against a pit fiend.
Ren, I hate you.
It was
I
your
told
idea.
you not to.
It was your idea.
I just thought I was a. What? I didn't think I'd get possessed. I thought I'd like.
What did you?
I thought I'd fail a tune.
Val told you not to.
You opened yourself up to a contest of wills
You
against.
told me not to make a contract. I don't want to make a contract. That's why I tried that.
Well, we'll figure this out for next week. But for right now, that's pretty much all the time we have. And in what I was gonna have Rhea do. Oh well.
Now it's more interesting.
Now it's more
No,
interesting.
it's not. It's worse. I've had the worst time. Ugh.
But it's the best time.
The best of times, the worst of times.
Oh,
Oh,
You
everything's
think you're
Solace.
good,
wrong.
and then you turn.
Solace, you should
So
probably look
bad.
Solace, you should probably look into material components to summon your familiar, by the way.
I will once we get to a shopping area.
Or the temple you're at right now that belongs to
That's
your god.
true. I will see if I can purchase.
The reason I mentioned it directly.
I will purchase. I will purchase 20 gold worth of insets here.
Okay. And he's
Well,
like,
who is in possession of all of our gold right now?
That would be me.
What is your new character's name? I need to get used to this.
Sindarin.
Which is a.
It's
Fire
spelled with a
Genasi.
C.
Yeah.
Like Cinder, but then Aaron.
Yeah, I didn't really put much effort into that name.
Sindarin, I like it.
Pretty cool name. It's right on the nose for a Ganassi.
Yeah,
What
and
are you
I'll-
again?
A
Fire
Fire
Genasi.
Genasi monk.
Are we?
Oh, nice. Too bad I was too distracted, and now my pet is dead. Now I'll pay more attention to the party.
Yay, party. So chapter.
Are we offline?
No, we're not done. Chapter 1 flow chart. What level are you guys at?
3.
3.
3. Great. So you guys have completed Dungeons and Sewers. Now that you guys have found Fabius Krieg and the Shield of the Hidden Lord, everyone advanced to level 4.
Woot!
Shay involuntarily took a level of Warlock.
Ah, she just switches to Oathbreaker.
My Davis should be able to free me though.
You can reach them.
I feel. Me as a person feels bad for Lily. Me as a character, not so much.
I just feel like shit.
Dang.
I want. What's everyone doing with their level up?
I'd
Are we
imagine
all
most people are
there?
getting
No,
it.
we're still online. We're not done yet. We got like 5
I
minutes.
think I'm gonna stick with
You just
my.
I said we were finished with playing, but you guys are leveling up. We're not done. We still got 5 minutes. All right, you know what? Fine. I'm not gonna argue with you. Here, we'll wrap up. We're done, guys. Good night. Say good night.
Good night, guys. Have fun
Good
next
night,